I hate this city. It's full of all the memories I want to forget about.
Sidetrack, we're getting sidetracked. Yes, we're getting sidetracked.
What were we talking about?
Yung podcast.
Wait, are we recording already?
Yeah, we were just about to start.
Should we start that again?
Again?
Nah, it's fine. Side?
Tracked?
Where?
Hi, I'm Lila.
I'm Bree.
And I'm Kay.
Saya ni Kay.
I'm
Happy
trying
mo
I'm trying
naman.
to be energetic because I don't feel well.
Okay, I mean, feeling ko madadepress ka rin naman in this discussion because mabigat yung topic natin today. Which leads me to the anime that we're talking about in this episode. It's Clannad. It's basically a coming of age anime about found family and growth based on a video game. So, let's start with Nagisa.
Our insect girl.
Yes. And her insect parents.
That's literally my first note, like my first bullet point for Nagisa. She looks like an insect. And I think
So
that's
what do
my
I
you say?
only note of
I
Nagisa.
was I don't have notes on Nagisa, that's the thing. But I was gonna say that she's very weird, but now that I think about it, every girl in this anime is weird.
Every single one of them
Every
is
single one.
Maybe that's Tomoya? Tomoya.
Tomoya. Tomoya is
Maybe
the girl.
maybe
no,
Tomoy
no, no, no. Tomoya is Okazaki. Tomoyo
Yeah,
is the
yeah,
girl.
yeah.
So
that's
you said Tomoya is the girl.
I said Tomoyo.
Oh, I
We'll check
heard
the
Tomoya.
recording later.
anyways, anyways, maybe that's Tomoya's type, being weird.
They are his
he's
harem.
he's
So like,
surrounded by weird people. Even his best friend is weird.
I think
even
his best
Nagisa's
friend's the
parents is
weirdest.
weird.
He's weird in a creepy way.
Maybe he has a weird person attraction magnet thing. I don't know where I'm going with
I
this.
feel like I feel like out of all his prospects, yung pinaka-normal lang talaga is si Tomoyo.
Yeah.
Siya lang yung normal.
Yeah, but if you
Right?
think about it, she did run for. Oh wait, was that her? Was that her? That's her, right? She
Yeah,
ran for president
president. Yeah.
for
Mhm.
the trees.
That's her quirk.
She's in high school, okay? Yun yung motivation niya.
For trees. Okay. But going back to Nagisa, I think what I liked about Nagisa is that she, even though she's, kasi second na niya tong repeat, 'di ba?
Yes.
So,
Yes, yes, yes.
1 year yung agot nila, tama ba? Or 2 years yung agot nila?
I think in
1 year?
this season, 1 year.
Okay. So, parang what I like about Nagisa is that
Ay, hindi,
even,
joke lang. Sorry, joke lang. 1 year senior si Nagisa, pero nag-repeat siya on the same level. So, nag-same level sila.
Yeah, so
so,
one pa
one
lang
year
yung
yung,
Yeah, yeah,
Ah,
yeah,
ah.
yeah, yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, ayun na nga. Nawala na yung gusto ko sabihin. Nakalimutan ko na. Pero,
Speaking of,
She repeated a year. Chenis.
yun, what I liked about it is that even though she repeated, when Tomoya showed his desire, it's not desire, parang when the chance came to make friends, she's still open about it. And
Mm.
I feel like she's very kind at heart. Kaya, even though she has that thing na she's sick, she's always sick, she's repeating school and all that, parang hindi pa rin nagbabago yung heart niya.
She's not discouraged.
Mm,
and I think yung presence din ni Okazaki kind of added to that. Yung strength niya to like persist.
yeah.
Because Okazaki did help her a lot as well in the
Yeah.
beginning of their friendship.
He pushed her to do things that she wouldn't normally do on her own.
Yeah.
He pushed her into her best potential, I'd
Yeah.
say.
Without really being like, alam mo yung, without trying to change her.
Yeah.
Like he knew her potential, and she's like, "You can do it. Just keep
Mm.
going."
The
Okay.
thing that's kind of, how do I call this? Parang sayang is the fact that we don't really get much Nagisa focus
Yeah.
this season.
That's like one of our biggest qualms about Clannad,
Yeah.
to be honest.
Sa
We were
dulo
like
pa siya eh,
complaining.
no? Sa
Yeah.
dulo ng
I
season pa siya.
remember when we were watching, we were like, where is Nagisa? Like,
Nagisa. You
why
know
are
that,
we not focusing
yun,
about her?
where's Waldo? But it's Nagisa.
Or
Where
Finding
is
Nemo,
Nagisa?
Finding Nagisa. It was so annoying. Like you would expect, kasi especially if you read like the summary of the anime, you would expect that it's gonna be a Nagisa focus because she's the lead girl.
Mm.
Mm.
So like, why? But like later on, we did understand that it's based on a game,
Yeah.
Yeah,
right?
we in the middle of it, we were like, "What is this?" And then we saw it, and it's like, "Oh,
Yeah,
it's a game." And
yeah.
then
Like
it's,
in the middle of the season, where we started googling.
I
Because we were
actually
just so confused.
I actually noted it down. Like this is this is sounding like a harem. And then we searched it. It's like, it's a harem game.
It is a
Okay.
harem.
Yeah. So it's not just seeming like a harem. It is a
It
harem.
is a harem. It's so frustrating lang trying to
Mm.
wait for the lead character to have her
Mm.
focus. Especially
And
if
then
that's like your
nung
expectation.
nagkaroon na tayo nung yung confession, biglang nag-end na yung
Hindi
season. Excuse me? Where is my romance? Akala ko romance to.
nakakabastos? Bakit
Medyo
ganyan?
offended ako.
Tapos each girl pa gets like what, 5 or more episodes.
Like, if minimum three. Minimum
Yeah.
three. I
Yeah.
believe Fuko had like a 3 episode focus.
Mm.
Pagkakaalala ko. So yeah. And then Nagis is like just one confession
What?
and that's it.
Not even a whole episode.
Parang, okay, so siya yung sabi ko sana siya yung final girl, pero parang ang pangit pakinggan. Siya yung girl. Ano ba? Siya yung lead. Siya yung lead. Yun na lang
Oo.
sasabihin ko. Siya yung lead girl. Tapos, hindi man lang natin bibigyan siya ng spotlight. Like,
Yeah.
Mm.
I
Like
get it.
the spotlight is her helping other girls
Yun,
have their spotlight.
parang I get it na the way that nag-develop yung relationship ni Nagisa and ni Okazaki was to help other people and like help their friends and stuff, and then along the way doon nag-grow yung interaction, yung relationship nila and everything. Pero kasi, okay, I like the relationship development, but like, can you give me the actual relationship, not just the development?
Yeah.
I Pwede bang may balance dito? Kasi may mga
Parang
relationships na walang development, pero pwede ba
Yeah.
yung both yung ibigay niyo sa akin?
parang ano, they didn't give us enough time to get attached to Nagisa, to care
Yeah.
about what she wants to do, even though she's the lead girl. At least that's how
Mm.
I felt.
I mean, it is kind of sprinkled around naman, like especially her trying to build the theater club. But yeah,
Yeah.
I do agree na I wish we got more of Nagisa
Mm. Kasi
instead of like just sprinkling it.
the sprinkles weren't enough.
Yeah, I agree.
Alam niyo yung sa ice cream, pag naglagay ka ng sprinkle sa taas, tapos isang subo mo lang yung nakain mo na
Wala
lahat
na
ng
yung...
sprinkles. So, wala,
What an
wala na,
analogy!
wala nang natirang sprinkle sa baba. Ganun yung feeling. Parang yung theater lang yung binigay sa atin. Tapos, okay, subo ko na yung theater. Asan na yung iba? Ganun yung
Nakain ko
feeling.
na. I
Oo.
want more.
Ganun
Where
yung
is more?
nararamdaman ko.
So, let's talk about Nagisa's insect parents. Ano masabi natin?
Mas madami pang focus sa kanila kaysa sa dalawang lead characters.
Actually, mas more on yung romance nila kaysa romance nila Nagisa.
True!
Yun ata yung romance na story ng Clannad eh, yung sa parents. Pero you know what? I really like her parents. Kasi they're, alam mo yung feeling ng they're the parents na you wish you have. Or they're the parents na you wish your friends would have. So you can just hang out
Yeah.
Mm.
And
by
they're
their
not,
bakery.
hindi siya yung ano, kasi di ba there are those quote-unquote cool parents na sobrang invasive sometimes that they really
Mm.
act like
They're
they're
friends.
one of the kids na
Yeah.
walang
Mm-mm.
boundaries.
Yeah.
But Akio and Sanae still has boundaries. They're just
Mhm.
really nice parents. Alam mo yun. They're just friendly and caring.
They're really, honestly, they're just very good at being parents.
Mm-hmm.
Which is really
Mm.
surprising kasi
Yeah.
Nagisa's their only child. And
Yeah.
usually kasi with your first child, 'di ba, parang you're still trying to figure out how to be a parent. But for
You,
Yeah,
them, I
it's like
feel like they
parents tend to be clumsy with their eldest.
mhm.
mm,
And
It's
I
like
see that as the
cooking a
eldest.
pancake. It's like cooking a pancake. The first one doesn't turn out the way you want it to.
It's not the perfect shape. It's not the perfect color. It's not the
But it's
perfect
still a
texture.
pancake. I
It's still a
mean,
pancake.
what's with us and metaphors today? With
it's
food,
the rain. It's
nonetheless.
the rain and the retrograde.
And ang ano ko pa dun sa parents ni Nagisa is that we got introduced to them as this like weird couple with the bread and everything.
Yeah.
Pero so you would expect kasi whenever like you introduce weird parents, they'll be weird until the end of like the
Na
show or the
parang
movie.
they have no sense at all
Mm.
as
Parang
characters.
they're the comic relief
Yeah.
kumbaga. Pero
Yeah.
with Nagisa's parents, since they're very multidimensional, parang mawawala yung expectations mo na they're just weird. Like they're
Yeah.
actually important to the story, and
Yeah.
I like how they handled Tomoya na
Mm.
inuwi
Yes.
na lang siya ni Nagisa one day. It's like he's living
And then
here.
yeah, and then no questions asked. They're like, okay, you can stay here, but you're
Yeah.
not sleeping in the same room as my daughter.
Yeah, parang they're not forcing Tomoya to explain why. And they're
Yeah.
not forcing Nagisa to explain as well kung ano.
Yeah.
Kasi they understand na Tomoya has some issues, na there's some things that he can't really talk about.
Yeah.
And they understand that. So they're just like
And that he needs a
giving,
home.
yeah, and they're just giving them space and
Mhm.
parang time na sige kayo na lang yung magkusa magsabi sa amin kung anong problem, we'll just be here supporting you
Yeah.
guys, parang ganon.
I feel like a really good description for Nagisa's parents is that they're good parents and they're very mature and intelligent. They just know how to have fun.
Mm.
I think that's what best describes them.
That's
Because
a
most of the
theater kid for
time,
you.
it's true. That fucking theater scene.
Naalala ko na naman yung sigaw-sigaw ng tatay ni Nagi sa Diyos ko.
Why? What the fuck?
Honestly, that theater scene was we all just collectively wanted to stop the show.
We're like, please stop. Please stop.
We
Please
curled
stop.
in ourselves.
Exactly.
I think if I'm remembering correctly, we all just simultaneously looked away. Like, what are you watching?
I
um,
couldn't. And I was trying to cover my ears and I was wearing headphones.
parang gusto mo na lang takpan lahat ng ano, except for the subtitles. So, babasahin mo na lang yung
Yeah.
nangyayari.
I'm just gonna read it and I'm gonna pretend it's an acceptable volume. They're not yelling. But no, they're yelling.
Still the stupidest thing ever. Cause like,
This is this is like one of the only times na appropriate yung volume sa distance ng characters. It's
That's
secondhand embarrassment.
true. This
and
is the
what's
one time I wish they did like that weird talking normally while they're far apart. I wish they did that.
honestly, I don't understand, like, medyo question siya ng audience in a way. Pero kasi para everybody just accepted it na, this is happening. It's a thing, it's happening. There's a parent screaming at the
I
end
mean,
of the auditorium as well.
I guess this is part of the play.
Oh,
Maybe.
cool. Audience experience.
my
Meron bang mob performance? May tatayo ba sa audience? Nakikisama?
my head hurts whenever I remember that. And as a fellow theater kid, I don't think I no.
If you were in Nagisa's position
No.
and
I
your
will be
parent
No.
embarrassed.
does that.
I will be embarrassed. I will cry. Like, I would, like, Nagisa was crying on stage, right? Like, she was kind of like crying. Tapos sumigaw yung tatay niya.
Mm.
If that happens, I would crying for a completely different reason. And it's embarrassment.
I'd
I'm like,
probably go backstage instead. I'm like, nope. I
I'm
do not
leaving.
know this person, even though we have the same hair.
I
Nope.
I just happen to look like you, but we're not related. That's not
And
my
then
dad.
he, di ba, nag-backstage na. Tapos he still kept screaming. I'll be like, I don't know that person. Like, why is he screaming? Security?
merong trespasser backing
Tapos,
out.
Tomoya, for some reason, he's normal in another day. Pero for this scene, he's like, yeah, like, let the curtains,
Let's
kasi,
cheer.
inaano niya pa, di ba? Kasi parang yung iba, they're confused. Like, what's happening? Should we stop this? Ganyan. He's like, no, 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 let it be. I'm like, no, don't let it be. What do you mean? Stop this now. um,
Sobrang questionable lang talaga ng mga tao sa paligid din lagi sa'yo, no?
Ninagisan ni Tomoya.
Lahat
Ni
sila weird.
lahat sila weird, pero like in this particular scene, like it's Nagisa in the center.
Let's move on from the theater scene, please. I'm having flashbacks. I can actually remember how it's happening. Speed
Bumps.
So, before we continue on with our discussion of Clannad, I just wanted to share more speed bumps with you. Yay!
Yay.
So this actually happened in the day where Kay was in our house, and I ordered the album of La Seraphim, which was Anti-Fragile. So this was back in 2022. Basically, galing Korea pa yung order ko. So medyo na-excite ako. Tapos sabi ng Shopee, sa Shopee ko to in order. Sabi ng Shopee, your order, parang your parcel is being delivered. Yan. So sabi ko, okay, so today siya. Yan. Tapos lunch na yun. May work kasi kami. We work the same job, si kami ni Kay. So, sabay yung lunch namin. Tapos, bumaba na kami. So, nasa baba na ako, kasama ko si Kay, kasama ko si Mami. So, tatlo kaming nasa baba. Tapos, nintay lang namin na ma-set up na yung lunch. And then, biglang nag-message sa akin si Shopee, your parcel was delivered. Past tense. So, dumating na yung order. So, sabi ko, Ma, may order! Yung order ko daw, nandito na, ganyan. So, chinek namin sa labas. Wala yung album. Wala yung album. Tatlo yung album yung binili ko, mga kababayan. Alam niyo ba kung gaano kamahal ang album ngayon? Tapos, so ayun na nga, na-stress ako. Tapos, ang ginawa ko, so minessage ko yung Shopee, may parang customer Chinese sa Shopee, diba? So, kinonta ko sila, ganyan. Tapos sabi sa akin, binigay lang nila sa akin yung number. Tapos, stress na ako. Tapos, sinabi sa akin, kontakin ko daw, ganyan. Wala na daw sa kanila yun. Sabi ko, mas talaga tong mga to. Tapos, tinawagan ko yung
Courier.
courier. Tapos, sabi ba naman sa akin, check-in daw nila yung ganyan. Tapos, tinanong nila ako, anong kulay po ng gate nyo? Sabi ko, black po. Tapos, sabi niya, meron po bang mga red horse sa labas ng bahay? Sabi ko, wala po akong red horse sa labas ng bahay. Kasi daw may picture. Tapos, may red horse. Yung katabi ng album ko. Tapos sabi ko, wala pong red horse dito. Yan. Tapos, sabi sa akin, parang expect daw ng within 24 hours daw, ganyan. They have to check with the delivery guy, ganyan. So, i-trace pa nila and stuff. Tapos, binaba ko na yung phone. Tapos, stress ako. So, hindi ko ma-enjoy yung lunch ko. Tapos, sabi ni mami sa akin, ba't hinayaan mo lang? Ganyan. Anong wait? Dapat hindi wait. dapat kontakin na nila yung driver tapos kunin na nila agad. Anong gagawin nila? Paano kung buksan nung tao yung album? Ganyan, ganyan. Ang mahal ng album, mga kababayan. So,
Hindi
kinuha ni
pa alam
mami
ni
yung number.
tita. Hindi pa alam ni tita yung price. Nung
Ay, oo.
sinabi mo yung price, dun siya nagalit.
Yun pa pala.
Oh my
Medyo
God.
nakalimutan ko
Grabe
yung
pa
mga
naman
ganun.
magalit si tita.
So, sabi ni mami, akin na yung number. Ako tatawag. So, binigay ko yung number. Tapos, naririnig mo si mami, tinawagan niya ulit. Tapos, sinabi niya ulit, ganyan, ganyan yung album nga, gano'n. Tapos, sabi niya, hindi niyo ba pwedeng tawagan na agad ngayon yung driver? Para makuha na niya agad? Anong hihintayin namin doon? Ayoko sabihin kung magkano yung price. Pero sabi niya, yung ano, tapos hindi niyo kukunin agad. Paano kung masira yun? Anong gagawin niyo? Kaya, so, ang dami ng daldal ni mami. Tapos, nasa stress na ako. Tapos si Kay, nasa harap ko lang, kumakain, sarap ng kain.
Gutom na ako. Ang dami kong ginagawa sa work. Baala kayo dyan.
Tapos, ayun na nga. Parang, syempre, ewan ko kung ano ginawa ni mami. Basta nakuha na niya agad, tapos nakontak agad yung driver. Tapos, within that, ano rin, yung lunch period namin, dumating na si kuya. Si mami yung kumausap kay kuya. Tapos sabi niya, kuya, ano nangyari? Ganyan, ganyan. Dapat chinecheck mo muna yung address. Anong gagawin mo pag nawala mo yung package? Ano, ang mahal-mahal pa naman yan. Kawawa naman kayo kung, babayaran mo pa. Ganyan. Pinagsabihan niya pa yung driver. Tapos,
Ang guilt trip pa
Nangaral
si
ng
tita,
puta.
basically.
tapos, ayun, nakuha ko na yung album. Sabi ko, oh, yeah. Tapos, natuwa naman ako. Though, hindi ko nakuha yung bias ko, which is really sad. Pero, nakuha ko yung album at the end of the day. So, thank you sa nanay ko.
Paiyak na siya nun, to be honest.
Actually.
Oh no.
Mahal na na. Anyways, yun lang naman. Madami pa nangyari nung araw na yun. Pero yung album lang naman yung gusto kong i-share. So, guys, pag nawala yung album nyo, tawagin nyo agad yung nanay nyo. siya magliligtas sa ating lahat. And that was my speed
Oh my
bumps.
gosh.
Thank you. Speed
Bumps.
You know what's weird about her parents is that I understand if one of them is an insect, but they're both insects. Like,
They both have antennas.
yeah, like what? How do you even find someone else with an antenna? Like, did they
Maybe
just
Mensus.
fall
it's
in love?
common. Maybe it's common for theater kids to have antennas.
I don't have an antenna. What do you mean?
If you were an anime character, you'd have antennas.
You know what? I was actually going to joke that maybe the reason why they got married is because their antennas kind of like connected to each other. Parang
What
na-attract
the
nila yung isa't isa through the antenna.
The signal was strong.
The signal was strong, exactly. And they were like, oh, this is my future person.
Inabutan niya ba yun yung sa TV? Yung lumang TV, tapos
Oo, yung kailangan mong ayusin yung
Galaw-galaw eh.
antena. Ganun yan nangyari sa kanilang dalawa.
Panahon naka-forward na, tapos gumaganon gano'n.
The listeners can't see what we're doing.
You can imagine what we're doing. It has something to do with the antenna.
But honestly, they're like really good parents. Kahit na ganun sila ka-weird, and minsan nakakahiya sila. Di ba pati yung neighbors nila, parang nakikita nila yung
Yeah,
ginagawa
their
nila.
neighbors are used to it.
Yeah, like, that's normal. They chase each other while Sana is crying.
It's a normal Tuesday. Let's move on.
Well, honestly, I think they're good. Their marriage is good. Their parenting is good. I think they're fine. Let them be weird.
Oh, I have a note pala regarding Okazaki and Nagisa
Mhm.
and their relationship. What I noticed throughout was even though they're helping out the other girls, Okazaki's treatment of Nagisa is very different.
Oh my god, I noted that down too. I noted that down too.
Like
I
he's
was like,
extra careful with Nagisa. Like he's guiding her very softly.
He's very warm towards
Mm.
Nagisa.
and whenever he smile, it's different when he's with other people, but with Nagisa, he smiles like easy.
Mm.
And the other girls notice this. Nah, it's like when he's with Nagisa, he's just very comfortable. His treatment of Nagisa is very like it's vastly different from the other girls.
Yeah.
Even though he is very parang kind
Mm-hmm.
and may pagka soft din siya with the other
Mm.
girls,
Mm-hmm.
may difference when it comes to Nagisa. And yun yung medyo ayaw ko sa Clannad na I like it, but I also don't like it na yung romance ni Nagisa and Tomoya are very subtle.
Mm.
And it's sweet to think about, kaya I like it. Like, oh my god, look at the subtle details, the subtle actions of the two. Pero I also would have wanted to see like big actions, please.
Yeah, like I mean, we both know na we like the subtleties,
Mm.
Yep.
right? We like those subtle details. We like it kapag like the emotions are in every single detail in the show.
Mm.
But if that's it, you don't give me more. Parang ano, parang
It's
nakaka-block ka. Alam mo yun?
Mm.
it's not satisfying your
Yeah.
romance cravings. Parang gusto ko kiligin, asan na yung kilig
Like,
ko na malaking?
I kinda wish na yung gesture ni Okazaki kay Nagisa is the same as yung gesture niya kay Kotomi.
Mm.
Kotomi is the weird library girl na nakaupo sa sahig.
Yeah, tapos yung backstory niya, it's
Her
tragedy.
parents are dead.
Yeah.
Ah, okay,
Tas
okay,
yung
okay.
magkakalala sila ng childhood, which we will talk about later.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, if you remember yung ginawa niya for Kotomi, for her whole art, it's like such a big
Mm-mm.
gesture na I want that for Nagisa as well. Not necessarily in the same context, but like, something big, alam mo yun, like, do something for her. Like, communicate
Mm.
that care for Nagisa. And like,
Parang
nag-confess sila tapos nag-credits.
parang gusto ko sanang makakita ng scene where very obvious yung yung you don't have to even observe closely yung relationship nila to see na may something. Ganon ko siya kagustong obvious. Ganon
Mm.
ka-obvious ko siyang gusto. I mean, ang pangit ng sentence ko. Ganon ka-obvious ko siyang gustong makita. Hindi yung parang pag-iisipan mo pa
Mm.
yung mga niya. Like, okay naman yun. Yung details, yung small details, pag-iisipan mo, o-observe mo talaga. Pero kasi, alam mo yun, once in a while, bigyan mo naman kami
Bakit
ng
yun lang?
something to,
Bakit yun
oh,
lang?
Yeah, we did get
the
the
baseball scene.
baseball scene. That's the only like very big kilig moment with Nagisa and
Oh my
Okoya.
God, alam mo ba?
Nagisa, did you see that?
Bakit naman ganon? Tapos, ang nakakakilig pa nun is because the parents did it first.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And then they did it as well.
Yes.
So it's like cementing the fact
They're
na
very
very
domestic.
married na nung
And
nila.
they're very domestic. Tapos, if you guys noticed, when Okazaki said that, and then sumagot si Nagisa, yung mom niya, si Sanae, there, she was just smiling
Yeah,
there.
she's like, she knows.
And then Nagisa blushed.
And then Okazaki didn't even realize na he did the same thing as the dad. That's
It's such a
what's
normal
like,
thing for him.
yun yung mas nakakakilig in the fact na unconsciously niya lang ginawa. Parang reflexively niyang ginawa yung
Mm.
I think it's also the fact na he's basically been adopted by Nagisa's parents, and
Mm-mm.
that they are modeling what a good married couple is like to them.
Yeah.
So now they're kind of like parang absorbing that and doing it.
Mm. And like, since Tomoya grew up, kasi 'di ba namatay yung mom niya? And then, yung dad niya is,
Very
he
absent.
has this thing, with his dad. So
He's an
parang he
alcoholic, yeah,
he doesn't he hasn't really seen like a good family dynamic and a good married couple
for
dynamic.
the most part of his life,
Yeah,
yeah,
before he met Nagisa's
yeah,
parents. And Nagisa's parents were not just good influence, parang good role models to Tomoya. They were also like good in showing like what a family looks like
yeah.
Mm.
in this like weird in their weird space. Pero since parang since living with them, na nakikita niya na yung parang love that they have with each other. Na as you've mentioned, na-absorb niya lahat yon and nami-mirror na niya yung mga ginagawa. Naalala ko na naman.
Like,
Nami-mirror na naman niya.
honestly, apart from the fact na nakakakilig tong scene na to, and it's like cementing Nagisa and Tomoya's dynamic together, it's also cementing how good the parents are and how good of an
Mm,
influence they have on Tomoya.
yeah. And how good they are with each other
Yes.
as well. Parang they're really one of those couples, like those married couples na are parang they're they're just good with each other. It's like they complete each other
Yes.
fully.
Mm.
They're
Yes.
one of those married couples na you say na they'll last. They'll definitely last until the end of time. Parang
Mm.
ganun.
Parang hindi sila nawala sa honeymoon phase nila.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, that's true.
May isa pang scene na nakakakilig, yung episode
I think I know
21.
what you're talking about. Pero Ella, go on.
Episode 21, where Tomoya stares at Nagisa and then smiles.
Yun yung rehearsals nila, di ba? Yun yung rehearsals nila.
May something
It's
sa
the
smile talaga ni Tomoya.
it's the articulation exercise.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, may something talaga as in yung part yung time na nare-realize na ni Tomoya slowly that he has feelings for Nagisa and then all of a sudden he's just all about Nagisa. That part of the anime was the best
Like,
part.
for me, that's where the subtlety thrives. For
Mm-hmm.
me.
Mm-mm-mm.
Kasi diba na-mention ko to while we were watching. I really, really like how natural the feelings develop. Like, as much as I am a sucker of the italicized O moment when
Mm-hmm.
realizing someone's feelings, I really
Mm-mm.
like how, when it comes to them, it just makes sense. Like,
Mm-mm.
yeah,
They flowed really
yeah.
well.
Like, oh yeah, I'm in love with Nagisa. Yeah, that makes sense. Alam mo yun?
And he
Parang,
didn't make a big deal out of it as
yeah,
well. Parang wala siya yung, hala, anong
yeah.
gagawin ko?
Yeah. And
We're
like
friends and
he
everything like that.
also understands na at that time Nagisa was kind of trying to build something for herself. So he
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
didn't confess automatic like from the get-go. Like he still let Nagisa do her thing before he comes in. Alam mo yun?
Parang he's just there to support
Yes.
Nagisa.
Like that's just how much he loves her. Na I'm gonna support you. I'm gonna be here for you. I am in love with you, but like I'm gonna let you do your thing because you have to do your thing. Alam mo
Mm-hmm.
yun? And it's
Yeah.
just so nice. They're so cute.
And I like yung development nila. Yun nga yung sinasabi ko kanina na they help each other. They help other people and yun yung nagde-develop na relationship nila. Which is true and parang it's realistic na it could happen in real life na hindi naman din kasi lahat ng tao na agad-agad nagkaka-feelings, 'di ba? So it develops over time and you can see how it develops in their part. Again, I would have still wanted a focus on Nagisa,
Yeah.
but I like how that they created that
Yeah.
development while helping other
Like
girls. I just wish na short lang yung
ibang
helping
girls,
other
yeah.
girls.
Yeah. Like when you think about how Nagisa and Okazaki or Tomoya's relationship progress, you would think na, yeah, it makes sense they're gonna fall in love. Kasi di ba minsan may certain couples in other shows or in other stories where you don't really see why they would fall in love. Like, it just
But
doesn't make sense because you didn't
suddenly they
see.
do.
Yeah, like, so all of a sudden they're just in love and like you didn't see the progression of things. But
And
here
wala
it's,
silang chemistry, I
yes.
think.
But here
Mm-hmm.
it's like very clear na, okay, yeah, that makes sense. They're gonna fall in love. And
Parang
even,
they also just fit with each
yes.
other.
And even the other characters noticed,
Mm-hmm.
right? Even without a
Mm-mm-mm.
confession, they're like, yeah, it's them. Di ba? Yung nag-iyakan nga sila, di ba? No?
Oh my
Oh,
god.
isa pa yun! Ah! Isa pa yun! Ah, why do we always remember the cringy parts? Ang stupid pa nun because like they're all crying and there's a game, right? Ongoing.
It was a
Is
baseball with Tomoyo.
wasn't it
And it's like,
tennis?
I'm pretty sure it was yung challenge si Tomoyo. Kasi di ba parang may bullies siya from
oh, I think
different
it is
gang.
tennis though, not
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
baseball.
yeah. Sorry, sorry. Yes, 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 tennis.
And then they were just crying. Like, Bro, cry somewhere else. You're
And
in a
here's
fucking
the thing, I
game.
don't know if anyone else finds this weird, but like twins falling in love with the same person and they're also crying together.
Yeah.
I don't know, like I get the twin solidarity, but like no.
Well, maybe they just have the same type. Because, like, like, even if you're not twins, like, some siblings fall in love with the same person. It is
That's
weird that they are crying with each other,
yeah.
but it's weirder that they're crying in a fucking game, I'd say.
In public, in front of
In
everybody.
Yeah,
public.
and like
Everybody.
And then everybody
yeah,
was watching them as
yeah,
well. No one's, like, saying anything.
like even the mob characters were like looking at them like what
I feel like if
are
we're
they?
in that position, like, guys, tignan nyo. May umiiyak.
Bijuan
Ano
nyo,
ba yan?
bijuan nyo.
Ganun.
Ate Lilin.
Ano ba yan? May naglalaro eh. So, sino nanalo? Bakit nag-iiyakan? May natalo na ba? Natalo ba kaibigan nila?
Pwede na ba tayo
And like
umuwi?
oh, the only thing that happened is that Nagisa got hurt.
And then they sir, oh yeah, she did get hurt and
Yeah, she got
dinala siya
hit
ni
by the ball.
Tomoya.
Yeah. Oh, I remember now why. Because other people tried to help Nagisa, and then Okazaki like shoved them away.
Yeah, and
Because he was
then
like very protective with Nagisa.
very like out of context, right? If you
Yeah.
don't know
Or like
them personally,
if you didn't see that specific interaction.
you'd probably think, wow, they really, really care about their friend being hurt. They're
Because they're
crying.
crying over it.
But like, if they really do care about their friend, they'd probably go there themselves, not cry in a fucking game. She's not dead. she's literally, she's literally still walking.
She just got hit on the leg. That's it.
And
I
it's not
don't
even a
understand these
subtle cry.
characters.
It's not even a
Yeah,
subtle
it's not
cry.
just like
They're
tears
They were
falling.
wailing.
yeah,
They
they
were
were.
wailing.
It's so stupid.
Ah, high schoolers.
Bro, we were high school once where we don't cry in
That's true.
public.
That's true.
Like, I remember all of my friends and I, when we want to cry, we go to a private, secluded corner and cry there. We don't cry in the middle of a fucking game.
And
And
wail
we
in
were
the middle of the game.
And if you think about it, when we were in high school, we were younger than them because we went to high school at like a younger
Oh,
age because
that's
of our
true.
generation, right?
Yeah.
So
And like the
technically
school system
speaking,
was different that time.
yeah, so technically speaking, their high school age is our college age, and we sure as hell didn't cry in the middle of a fucking game during college. I don't know anyone in real life crying in the middle of a
I
game.
do. Not in
Oh
a
my god, you
game, not in a
do?
game, but like
Oh
the
no.
wailing.
I feel bad for
Should
you.
I talk
Wow,
about
that you
it?
know someone
Because
about.
it's one of my best friends.
Is it very specific though? Because if it is, then I don't think it's
It's
podcast
I
friendly.
think I've mentioned this to Kay before. I don't know if I've mentioned it to you. But yes, I do know someone. I do know someone. Like full on
Congrats.
wailing, screaming type of cry in school,
Why
on
are you
campus.
congratulating her? What do you mean
I don't,
congrats?
I mean,
I don't know.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing.
I don't know.
If you know the context, you will kind of understand. I know you will still not like the wailing, screaming, crying part, but you will understand why it happened. But at that
Oh,
time,
okay, so if it's
I
reasonable,
was
then.
like concerned, so I didn't really think any of it.
Okay, so if it's reasonable, then that's fine. But like the girls crying, they
Okay,
cried because
that's true.
they realized that
That's
Okazaki
that's
is
true.
prioritizing Nagisa. I'm like, no one's
Do
dying,
I
my
know
friends.
anyone? No, I don't think I do actually.
Speed
Bumps. Okay, so time for another segment. So speed bumps ulit to. Tapos kukwento ko lang yung very unfortunate time na I flashed a full bus of people with my ass.
So, this was in 2019. Yung nagre-review kami for the board exam. I'm not gonna say yung institution kung saan kami nagre-review. Pero we're reviewing for the board exam kasi masipag kami, di ba?
It's
Tapos,
it's a Catholic
uh,
school for everyone's
it is a
context.
Catholic school, yes. Tapos, I was with a friend. Kasama rin namin siya mag-review. And we were going home kasi we were from the same area. So, we had to ride the same bus. So, sabay na kami umuwi. Pagsakay namin ng bus, diretso kami, kwentuhan kami. Tapos sabi ko, kakapagod, I'm so stressed, kaya nakaban ako sa board exam. Pag upo namin, siya yung unang umupo, nasa window seat siya. Ako nasa aisle seat. Nasa aisle seat ako, di ba? Tapos, take note, it's rush hour. So, puno yung bus. Pag upo ko, I heard this sound all of a sudden. And then when I sat down, I felt leather on my ass cheeks.
It was cold.
It was very cold. And take note, this was like summer. It was hot. It was really hot. But I felt coldness on my ass cheeks. And then I touched my ass cheek just to see. Because I was very scared, right? In my head, I was like, please don't, please be don't be ripped. Please, I am begging. I have to walk at night. I can't have my ass cheeks hanging out. And I touched it. And I felt skin. And I turned to my friend and I said, Be, yung pantalon ko punit. Thank the universe that my dear friend, the sweetest friend ever, her sweet face, brought a jacket with her. So there's a saving grace. I'm crying right now because it's so funny. She lent it to me. I was like, I will return it. Lalabhan ko pa because it's gonna touch my ass. I'm gonna wash it. And she's like, yeah, please just return it when we see each other again. I'm like, I will. Thank you. I owe her my life. I owe her everything. Kasi guys, I had to walk. Once I get off the bus, I had to. Dalawang sakay pa yun, guys. Dalawang sakay ng bus. I can't. So yeah, that was the story of how I went home with my ass hanging out of my pants.
Speed
Bumps.
Anyways, I also want to point out na, you know, I realized na Okazaki is actually, he's kinder and he's more open to Nagisa after the Fuko arc. Like, you'd see, kasi before the Fuko arc, medyo may parang, hindi tension, parang may space pa rin si Nagisa and Tomoya with each other. Pero after ng Fuko arc, they've gotten really closer.
I
And
think it's because of
do,
I think it's because of the fact that they're the only two people who can see a ghost.
mm, is it
Technically.
really a ghost? I don't know. I don't know what the Fuko is.
Honestly,
Pero,
me too. It's been years. I still don't understand what the fuck she is.
pero, ayun nga, it's really interesting na I don't understand what the Fuko is, pero she did help out in the start of the development of Okazaki and Nagisa. You know what I also like about Okazaki? Is his voice actor.
Sino ulit?
Nakamura!
Alright. Right.
Ah, I also love, especially ni-note down ko yung voice acting ni Nakamura when he was falling in the last shot. I don't know what shot this is.
What?
Ni-note
What?
down ko, sabi ko, Nakamura voice acting when he was falling in the last shot. Goosebumps inducing. I don't
But
know
you
what
don't
shot.
remember.
Pero, my point still remains. Nakamura voice acting Okazaki was really good. I like the way that parang yung voice niya when he's normally talking and yung voice niya when he's talking to Nagisa. May subtle difference.
Mm.
especially when you once you notice it, manonotice mo na siya throughout whenever he's speaking to Nagisa versus when he's
Mm.
speaking to other people. There's
He's
just some
softer
softness.
to
Yeah.
Nagisa.
Yeah, exactly. And I like how subtle Nakamura did it for Okazaki. So I'm like,
We're
yun
a
lang.
sucker for soft voices to
Yes.
a partner.
Yeah. May something eh. Pero may something na nagaan sa brain natin na,
I want
yes.
that.
Ah, siya
Yes.
lang,
I want
gano'n.
it.
Special, special. Ganun.
The only girl.
Mm.
Is she really?
Right
Remember, this
in
is
the
still a
harem.
harem anime.
That's true. We did get a Tomoyo OV. So it's not just Nagisa.
But my point still remains though, even with the OVA and stuff, I feel like his voice is just different when it's Nagisa.
Mm.
Parang, yeah, he was dating Tomoyo in that OVA. Pero, may difference pa din. Or maybe because, like, that OVA is just, like, really hurt and pain and suffering. Pero,
Yeah, that's really painful.
pero, ewan ko, for me, I can feel the difference when he's speaking to Nagisa.
Yeah,
Even with that OVA, parang even if
yeah,
we include the OVA and there's like actually dating there, parang may difference pa din when
yeah.
he's with Nagisa compared to when he's with Tomoyo and the other girls and other people.
Just to go back, just very briefly, dun sa
Yeah.
point natin, yung sa complaint natin na wala masyadong Nagisa moment. I
Mm-mm.
feel like they showed more about Tomoya and Tomoyo's relationship in one episode than they
Yeah,
did with Nagisa for the whole season.
yeah, I
I,
agree.
I think it's because Tomoyo, which sucks by the way, na they do this, pero I think it's because Tomoyo is really popular. She's like one of the
Mm,
popular girl root something
yeah.
in the Clannad like fan base. So in that OVA alone, I guess they just like went all in.
Mm.
It's like
It's like a
God
fan
Slayer.
service.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
sucks though, because like Tomoyo had more focus than Nagisa in terms of like a romantic relationship with Tomoya.
Mm.
It's annoying. I love that OVA. Okay, like I think we all agreed while we were watching na mas maganda yung story ni Tomoyo and Tomoya. Pero it still annoys me na walang focus in Nagisa, or at least like it's not as elaborate as that.
Ano kasi, ang nangyari with Nagisa is, with the other girls, they put focus on the other girls' arc. Pero with Nagisa kasi, ang nangyari, it's not focusing on her because they made her a helper of Tomoya in terms of helping other people. So, yung part na hinihelp ni Tomoya si Nagisa with the theater thing, parang big, naging ano siya, bigger picture type of thing. So, need nilang mag-puzzle piece ng mga other girls, yung arcs ng other girls, before they go to Nagisa. Which is, it's it's okay, it's good storytelling, pero I feel like the execution lacked it a
Yeah,
bit. Na the idea was good. If you parang ginawa mo na, okay, bigger picture yung theater help Nagisa thing. Tas puzzle pieces yung other girls. Pero I feel like the execution of that was lackluster. That's why it felt very disappointing to
Mm.
watch it that way.
yeah,
If they
I
could
agree.
have got, if they executed that better, I feel like it would have worked. It would have been a great story of
Yeah,
Nagisa and Tomoya. But we didn't get it, so shit.
sucks. It is what it is.
Hmm. And like, may part, it's really funny yung scene where nung nakita niya yung dad, si Okazaki, nung nakita niya yung dad niya, he just left. Yung sa house, parang he just ran away when he saw his dad. It's like,
Yeah,
okay,
he just
I'm out.
he's like, I'm done. I'm packing my bags and I'm leaving.
Like, okay, he didn't even try to talk to him, right? He just like went,
Yeah,
okay, I'm
because
leaving.
I mean, technically he can't really talk to his dad because he's like drunk.
Mm,
Like he can never ever talk to him because
yeah.
he's always intoxicated, right?
Yeah. May note ako dito na I think the reason why Okazaki is like helpful to the girls because he can't help himself. I psychoanalyze him.
Honestly, that makes sense.
And you know what? We do that as well. We help other
Mm-hmm.
people. We give advice to other people, but we can't really accept the advices that we
That
Yeah.
are given
give.
to us.
Yeah. So, it makes sense because a
We're
lot
all
of people do that.
hypocrites, basically.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I
We're
mean,
all hypocrites.
we all don't have a unique experience. If you tweet that out, people be like, "Yeah, same." Like, that's true. So, technically speaking, everybody in this world can't accept advices.
It's easy to say things, but you can't actually do it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
It's easier said than done,
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's true.
basically. Okay, so let's move on to the dad.
The dad. TM.
Dad TM.
Trademark.
Honestly, we didn't really have that much,
Yeah.
right?
All we know
Information.
really is that he's a drunkard
Yeah,
after Okazaki's mom died.
yeah.
Mm.
And then he
The
just
only.
never recovered.
Mm.
So I'm
And
hoping we get to explore that
yeah,
sa after story.
mm.
So, because like I would like to know more.
It's just funny how my only note for the dad arc is I really don't like the phrase family is family.
Family in whatever context, may it be personal or work, it's not good.
Amen.
Honestly, I genuinely don't understand why people are so fixated on that point na if it's family, then
It's okay.
you forget about everything kasi they're
Yeah.
family. Yung parang you have to forgive someone kasi they're family.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's what I didn't. Sorry, like that's what I didn't like with Nagisa.
like, yeah, you have this good family, good for you. And we are very happy for you. And I think Tomoya as well is very happy to see you have this family dynamic. But don't try push that towards other people. Like, if you have that experience, then that's great. And nobody's taking that away from you. Nobody's like telling you na it's not it's your fault na you have that experience, parang ganon. So like nobody's saying anything about it. It's just
But like,
that,
be sensitive.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
exactly. Parang not everybody experiences that. So you don't really have the right to say na family is family because your experience of family is good when other people's experience of family is bad.
Yeah,
And it's
and
not,
like,
yeah.
not to say na there are families who are perfect. No family is perfect. But sometimes kasi may yung mga tao na nagsasabi na family is family, most of the time are the ones who has like, a relatively balanced dynamic
Mm.
compared to other people na it's just fully dysfunctional.
And parang I don't understand why people think that children are supposed to be what's the word to their parents? Um they have to be, yeah, that word.
I cannot
Obedient.
obedient, forgive their
Cannot
No.
go against.
parents.
Parang dependent, no, thankful, grateful, like what's the word?
Ah, yeah,
You
I
know
think
what I'm
grateful.
saying, right?
Yeah, I think
You
grateful
know
is
what
the
I'm
term.
trying to say, right?
Na parang because they're parents, they have to be respected
Parang
all the
gano'n.
time.
Parang, um,
You're
the
still
word,
scrambling for the word.
the word.
Yeah, like I can't describe it, but I think it's important we mention it.
Right. Pero you know what I'm saying.
I think I know what you're saying.
Pero, yun nga. Pag naalala ko na lang, sige,
Sige,
babalikan ko.
sige,
Pero
sige,
I
sige.
don't understand why people think na children has to be that way to their parents just because they're parents. Like,
Parang they
no,
have to respect them, they have to be obedient, they have to say na parents are always right. Parents mo
yeah,
pa rin yan. Parang ganun. That's still your parent.
they have no child in this world asked to be born. No child
Yeah.
in this world asked to be put
They
into this
didn't
world.
choose. They didn't choose their parents.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, like, it's the parents' choice in the first place to have a
Yeah.
child. So, it's their
Like,
responsibility to give that child
yeah.
the life that they deserve, which is to
Yeah.
give them food, to give them shelter, to give them clothing and schooling and all of that things. It's
But
their responsibility.
that's like that's like bare minimum though. It's also the parents' responsibility to nourish the emotional well-being of their children.
Mm.
Mm, yeah. So, it's not really up to the child na porket binigyan sila ng mga ganon, yung mga necessities, kailangan very loyal na sila sa parents nila and stuff.
Oh my
Like,
god, this is
They're
unearthing
in debt.
personal memories.
yeah, 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 in debt. Hindi, hindi need utang ng loob, ganon. Parang
Yes. Oh my god, that's like one toxic Filipino thing in our culture.
may utang na loob has some like good,
Yes. Yes,
um,
it does.
pero kasi when used by other people, nagiging toxic na siya.
Naging ano siya, na panunumbat.
Mm-mm. And
Like, if it's like held over your head. Like, it's good to look back in gratefulness.
hmm,
It's fine to like repay that kindness if it's like what you want to do, right?
hmm,
Pero to treat it as some kind of transaction,
yeah.
I think that's where the problem is.
It's like, so you did all of these things because you expect something in return,
Yeah. So you're
type
not a
of thing.
good person then.
And that being said, with the parents, so you did all of this because you expect something in return, then why did you even bother creating a child?
It's like an investment retirement plan.
That's true. That's true.
Parents who think that way should not have children in the first place.
Yes,
Mm.
I
And so
agree.
going back to Nagisa, I
Yeah.
I understand na she has a good life, pero she should understand that not everybody has one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of, like, majority, all of my friends have like both of their parents. Not all of my friends have good dynamics with those parents. Pero they all have their own, like, they all have like both of their parents. But none, I've never had anyone of my friends, my
Mm-hmm.
friends, the
Mm-hmm.
people that I choose to befriend, none of them pointed it out to me or like brought it over my head na I have to be, parang I still need to be sa tatay ko even though he's not here. Parang even if I
Mm.
have, parang cuz he's still my parent. Like nobody told me that. And that's how people should act, is that they should accept or understand the family dynamic that that person has, because we all are different. And in a way, as I've mentioned, not all of them, even though they have both of their parents, have good dynamics with their families. I understand that. Other friends understand that. Like we all understand each other. Now we all have different dynamics with our families, and we none of us force our perspectives on each other because
Mm-hmm.
we experience different things from one another. And that's what Nagisa failed to do,
Yeah.
to see the perspective of Tomoya having his drunkard dad and having that dynamic that they never really talk to each other.
You can tell that Nagisa is very, very, very sheltered.
Mm. And ano pa, parang I would have wanted to see some development on that kasi yeah, she's sheltered. That's not really her fault kasi she really doesn't, and correct me if I'm wrong, but she doesn't have friends, right?
Mm.
Before Tomoya.
She had
So,
a hard time keeping friends because she had to repeat, right? And all of
Yeah,
her
and
friends have kind of
she doesn't attend school
graduated.
as much because of her
Yeah.
condition.
Yeah, so she doesn't have like really good like close friend before Tomoya. So I understand na since she is very sheltered, she doesn't interact with anybody. Her perspective would be a bit muffled or muffled. It's not a voice.
Um,
Her thoughts are a bit closed off because
it's
she doesn't have
it's
any.
very one-sided and one-dimensional.
So
The way she views fat.
nobody. So, I don't fault her for that. Kasi nga, that's what she grew up being. Pero I would have wanted to see some parang development on her, on accepting or at least understanding where Tomoya is coming from.
Yeah,
Kasi I feel like throughout that season, the only thing that I've heard from Nagisa when it comes to the topic of the dad is her trying to tell Tomoya na you should talk to your dad.
Yeah, it's still
Family is
your dad.
family. Yeah. I feel like they didn't really give her enough time to develop. I don't know if she will in the after story. I mean, I do know medyo disclaimer lang, pero I do know spoilers for after story cuz
okay.
I am
Mm.
lurking in the anime community and
So you
everybody,
see things.
yeah, everybody talks about Clannad. So
All
I
I
do know
know,
what,
all I know about After Story is that there's gonna be a child.
and you
I
just
don't know
spoiled that.
anything.
Yeah, you just spoiled that.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
So,
I'm
I
sorry.
do know the ending of After Story. I just don't know how will go from like
The
one
journey.
point to. I don't know the journey itself, but I do know like the details of After Story and yung ending na After Story. Pero so I don't really know if they're going to tackle like the development of Nagisa in terms of
Yeah,
like the father thing, but
yeah.
I would have want to see that because we didn't get that in the season.
That I mean, what else can I say? You said every single thing I want to say.
Then let's
but I,
move on.
but I agree. Yes, Lila agrees, guys. Lila agrees.
I'm
Okay.
head empty. My head hurts.
Nagdadiretso na si Brie. And I'm like, okay, wala na akong sabi. Okay, that's it. Yes. Anyway.
Speed
Bumps.
Welcome to another Speed Bumps. This time, it's me. So, I will tell another embarrassing story, and it's about my high school crush. So, say thank you to Lila that you're getting to hear this right now. um,
Amen.
So I had a huge crush on a senior in high school, and I did everything to get his attention. And I say everything, it's everything. So everyone knew I had a crush on him. And of course, since he's my senior, he's graduating early. And we had this thing at school called the gentry. Basically, we just do a swords for entrance. It's like a school military, but it's kind of like a joke. That's entirely a different thing. But basically, as part of the gentry, we get to watch them practice kasi kasama kami sa practice nila. And of course, ceremony practice na. So we were seated at the back, coming swords people, and they were practicing their graduation song. Tas syempre yung crush ko, hindi kumakanta. And he's seated in front. So the teachers can see him. So one of our teachers took the mic and then he called out my crush. And he's like, bakit di ka kumakanta? Tatawagin ko si Kay. Kay, in the mic. So everybody and their mothers turned back and looked at me, and the ground swallowed me whole. Like, what the hell? It did work though. My crush started singing after that. So that's that. We have a whole series of my embarrassing stories for my high school crush. So stay tuned for that in other episodes.
the lore
There's
thickens.
more.
Kaylor high school crush drop.
Yeah. When I said I
Abangan
did
bukas.
everything, it's going to be known here. I did
just
everything.
for just for everyone's context, right? We have a list of all the segments that we're gonna add for this, like for these parts. And yung high school crush saga ni Kay, it's like a full list.
It's longer than Rurouni Kenshin, the series.
Yes. Yes. There's a lot, guys. So abangan bukas.
Speed.
Bumps. Anyway, let's move on sa harem.
To the first girl.
The first confusing girl.
You know what? I like when we establish na it is a harem. Kasi,
Mhm.
mga ninote ko, this seems like a harem in disguise and it is a fucking harem. Pero when we searched it, I genuinely thought yung harem kasi parang sinabi ata doon sa summary is like five girls. So I thought it was like Nagisa, Tomoyo, Kotomi, the two
The
twins.
twins. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's five, right? So I thought that was the main five girls. But apparently the only twin there was the long hair one. What's her name? Kyo. Yeah. Rio
Really?
yeah, Rio is not one of the main girls. The main girl was Fuko. That fucked with my head. I'm like, what? Fuko's a main girl and not
Wait, not
Rio?
and
Yeah.
not Tomoyo.
No, no, no. Tomoyo's one of the main girls.
Oh, not
Tomoyo,
Not
oh.
the other twin.
yeah, not the other twin,
Wait,
Rio,
so
the
so
short hair.
so Ibu
So
so Fuko.
Fuko, Nagisa, Tomoyo, Kotomi, and Kyo.
Oh right. Okay.
Sila yung
Sorry.
main
Hindi siya
girls.
nag-process sa brain ko.
Si Rio, oh, is this a
Sorry.
spoiler? I read the,
Biglang nag-notify sa phone ko yung harem game na piniplay ko.
oh, okay. um, yung, yung si Rio, I think this is a spoiler, pero maybe not. Kasi I kind of like read the descriptions of the girls, and Rio was used to develop Kyo, basically. Kaya
Oh.
hindi siya main girl. Tapos,
Imagine
Oh.
playing the game. You haven't played the game. Imagine playing the game and you're like, oh, I want to get to Rio's route, and she's not one of the girls.
I'm
I'd
so
be so disappointed.
I'm genuinely so confused why would they
Yeah,
choose Fuko as the main
cause
girl.
like in the anime malakas yung romantic dynamic ni Kyo. I mean ni Ryo with Tomoya compared
Yeah,
to Fuko. Because Fuko is just literally just he's just a child there. And
I
di ba like in like let's call her spirit, like her
yeah
spirit is a freshman
yeah. Well,
and they're
technically two
older.
years. Yeah, they're
Yeah,
technically 2 years. Pero it's not really that surprising kasi a lot of the times a freshman and a senior like date
honestly, that's
in
really
their
concerning.
high school. Yeah.
Oh, it's
Um
But
even in real life that happens.
yeah.
I
Don't
know.
worry, it
I
2
happens.
can
years.
I know a few people from my high school.
Yeah, it's
Same.
So
pero kasi Fuko feels like a middle schooler, to be honest.
yeah,
Yeah.
she does.
Kasi
and
medyo childish din siya.
and like I feel like they just used her to kasi 'di ba we have that storyline with that other girl with the robot thing.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
I thought that maybe we're just trying to like
Connect.
piece that connect that with Fuko. But like no, Fuko's a fucking main girl. And I've never felt any romantic instances with Fuko and Tomoya at
Yeah,
all.
nothing. Like the
This is
way
what we're
he
saying
treated
na suddenly romantic.
yeah. Like all of a sudden, like she's a romantic prospect. Like at most, the only thing I got from their dynamic is that Tomoya viewed her as a sister.
Yeah, exactly. She feels like a little sister.
Yeah.
Maybe that's her thing then in the game. She's the little sister route.
But why make her like a romantic prospect though?
There's this thing, right, in Japan, which is really weird. The little sister, it like the little sister dynamic thing. Um, Not really like you see them as a little sister, pero like
The vibe.
the vibe feels like a little sister type of thing. I guess they do that for like the younger girls. So, alam mo
So
yung
it's like
ano,
it's like incest fetish.
No, no, it's not an incest fetish. It's more of like you have the onesan type character, right?
Mm.
Okay.
So we have the Imoto type character, which is someone that you want to take care of, basically. That's the
Mm.
dynamic. It's
Oh.
not really more of
Oh.
like the, oh, she's like a little sister. It's not like incestuous or anything. They
Yeah,
just call
okay.
her like a little sister because like a
Okay.
little sister is someone that you want to take care of, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So I feel like maybe Fuko's that type, the Imoto type,
Okay.
and then we have Kyo, who's the tsundere type, and
Mm.
then we have Tomoyo, who's the student council type, and then Nagisa's like the next girl door, the girl door,
Next
next the
girl
next
next door.
door, the girl next
Girl next
door,
door.
the girl next door
Is
type.
this our light died, light dead thing for this episode?
So, ibig sabihin, K, you're next.
In the
Wait
next
for my
episode,
turn.
you're. um. So I feel like maybe that's what, but I still don't feel I genuinely can't see it. With the other girls, I can see it, but like with
Yeah.
Fuko, it's
And
just fucking
again,
weird.
mas palakas yung romantic undertones with Rio than with
Mm.
Fuko. Like, that's so surprising to me, honestly.
When
Alam
I
nyo,
searched it, yeah.
kung may pera na ako, kasi wala akong extra money, I will buy the
Mm.
game on Steam and I
Di
will
ba
play it. I'll let you guys know.
nag-discount yung Clannad one time.
Ang mahal pa din.
Oo, ang mahal pa din niya 'to. So, understandable. Pero nag-discount siya. Nagulat ako, "Oh,
Oh my
nag-discount si
gosh.
Clannad." Pero yung discount niya, ganun pa din. Hindi pa rin afford. So, nag-discount ka pa.
Nasa 1K plus pa din siya.
Wait, I also know something about the game. Should I talk about it? Like, is this just another weird thing
Yeah.
about the game?
Mm.
Apparently, I don't know if this is true. Again, we haven't played the game. But apparently, the mother is a prospect.
Eh?
I think everybody
Sanae is a prospect.
I
Eh?
think everybody kasi parang they made it like every girl there could be. Pero ang main girls ni Tomoya is the five girls. Pero may
You can also
parang,
pursue the other
yeah.
characters.
That is so weird.
And I think kasi this is also one of the reasons why I either don't play harem or I don't read or watch about harem. Pero kasi most of the time with harem in general, like stories, they always make sure na every parang type of characters there. As I've mentioned kanina, there's the Onesan type, the Imoto type, there's a Tsundere type, all the dere in the world.
The Deres.
Yeah, the deres. So parang they try as much as possible to put in different types of characters. And with reverse harem naman, they
Reverse
have,
harem is the girl is the center, right?
yeah, and then
Mm-mm.
there's like a
Tears of
lot of
Themis.
guys. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Tears of Demons is like a reverse. Most auto, not most, all of the Otome games are technically harem or reverse harem. So, yeah. Anyways, yun nga. So they try to as much as possible to put into a lot of like the different types of characters. So I think that's why with Clannad maybe they just went overboard with it.
Yeah.
She's like, put all the characters. So
And make them the extreme end of the
oh,
spectrum.
that's true. That's true. So yeah, going back to Fuko lang. Honestly, lahat ng notes ko about Fuko is just
A hate campaign.
yeah. Should I read all of them? Star Girl is annoying.
Star Girl. Star Girl.
It's like it's like Fuko is the MC, LMAO. She's so weird. Why are we watching? Yeah. I call her Star Girl at first because I don't know what her name is. I think I called Sunohara Blondie Dude in my notes.
Blondie dude.
Pero, and
So,
yeah.
for me, I find Fuko really cute. I just have a soft spot for cute characters. But I do agree that her existence is confusing and I don't see the sense in having her, but she's cute, so I'm not complaining.
I what I like about that scene lang is yung dynamics nila nung magkapatid. It's really heartwarming to see her sister kahit na nakakoma. Nakakoma si Fuko, 'di ba?
Yes,
Mm-mm.
comatose siya.
She still prioritizes her sister, although because she prioritizes her sister, she didn't want to get married pa muna, 'di ba?
Yeah.
And
She
then
kept postponing the marriage.
because of her sister.
Yeah.
And at the end, she finally got to do what her sister wanted her to do. And she even did it sa place na she wants to do it at, which is really fucking weird. Cause why are you marrying at the fucking school? I keep saying fucking in this episode. I'm so sorry, but like,
But
why?
spoiler alert, there's no fucking in this anime.
Not yet, apparently, according to Lila's spoiler that I was trying so hard not to say. um,
I guess
pero
there is.
ang weird ng wedding, to be honest. And then
Mhm.
they even like use the chairs, yung actual school chairs for
The guests.
yeah, for the
As
guests.
pews,
And
the church pews.
I get it. I
Destination wedding.
look, I get it. It's something special for her and everything. I get it. But like still, why? And
Destination wedding.
oh my god. And then yung guest nila is like full of students as well.
That they don't know.
They don't know exactly. Like these students don't know the only one who actually know the teacher was Nagisa, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kasi si
Yes.
Nagisa lang yung naging student niya.
Inabutan niya before she retired.
And then, yung part na parang patay na si Fuko. Yung feels. Kahit na nakakoma lang siya. Diba may parang speech pa or something sa dulo. Tapos parang siyang
Oo.
dead na siya. Tapos yung parang yung spirit niya nag-light and stuff.
Oo. And it like, para siya, ano yung sa MCU, Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good.
Yeah. Yung kisnap ni Thanos.
Oo.
Parang parang they're trying to kill off Fuko at the end there. To be honest.
Parang, I know you're in a coma, but let's just kill you off. Like,
Yeah,
ituloy na
right?
natin.
Tapos, Nagisa and Tomoya cried at the end, didn't they? Or like there were tears and
I
stuff.
think they were just theory.
So like they're already mourning. Aren't they? That's mourning.
They're already grieving.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe Fuku's dead. We don't know. So, ayun lang. Yun lang yung ano ko kay Fuko. Ang weird ng wedding. The end.
Anyway, okay. So let's move on to another girl. Since mukhang wala na tayong masasabi, even sa sister. And like Yoshino has like a very minor thing here. I think na-meet lang siya ni Tomoya. Tama
He's
ba?
just weird.
Yeah, he's just weird. Anyway, now let's move on to Kotomi, the weird library girl genius.
It's
It's
funny because I
different
don't
from
have much notes for
it's
Kotomi.
different from the library girl na yung I think yung parang student assistant of the library.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I
it's different
think
from that.
Kotomi's just there to read. The other
Yes,
one is like helping
because
out in like
she's not in the classrooms because she's too smart for the classes.
mm,
Mm-hmm.
Like they don't have a place for her. So anyway, basically with I don't know if you guys remember, but Kotomi is that girl with the dead parents,
mm,
Yeah.
and she has like trauma around that.
Mm.
And I think it got triggered because when she was on the way to school, if I remember correctly, merong road accident na nangyari.
mm.
And it kind of triggered her memory. Yun yung bigla siyang nagsisisigaw in the middle of the street. And I think one of the girls saw her. Was it the twins?
I think it was the twins. They got really
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
close, didn't they?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And
They became
then
triplets.
No, they're. You know what I wrote about that? I
Yeah.
said there are four violet-haired girls, quadruplets, and I don't even know who the other one is.
Wait, four?
Why am I thinking quadruplet?
Are
Oh,
you
I
talking about
remember
Moya?
now. I remember now. It's Kyo, Rio, Kotomi, and that girl in the music club.
Ah, the one with the
Oh,
violin.
Hmm.
the
The one
violin
with this, they
girl.
have the same advisor, the club
Yeah.
advisor.
Tapos ayaw nila makishare or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
her.
yeah,
So they're
yeah.
they're quadruplets. They're not triplets.
Jesus. Anyway, we will talk about the appearance on the next episode because we will have a part two. So for now, hold that thought, yung appearance thing. Kasi dun tayo mag-rating.
May
Anyway.
sariling ano siya, section.
It's like a very special mention. Anyway, Kotomi. What can you guys say about Kotomi? You can go straight to her childhood drama.
Honestly, I don't have notes out
Same.
of Kotomi. Yun yung part, if I'm remembering correct, yun yung part na confused tayo. Like the
Mm-mm.
entire
Same.
time.
Kasi it's
And
Okay.
the first arc, I think.
After Fuko.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it is. It is. It is.
and
It is.
naalala ko yun eh, we were just confused and like, what's happening?
Kasi
And
naging
then,
ano siya, naging mystery.
Clannad basically, they're tackling all of the genres in one go. We have the romance, the slice of life, and then my supernatural with Fuko. And now we have mystery. So there you go.
Wait, sorry. I am looking through my notes kasi sabi niyo wala kayong notes, diba? So I'm checking if I also don't have notes because I'm going by memory. And I saw, I remembered, kasi diba you, sorry, just to go back to Fuko, you mentioned na Fuko is like a middle schooler,
Yeah.
right? She's a fresh graduate of middle school.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so she's
kasi
supposed to be a
Yeah.
freshman.
yeah,
She
she's
hasn't
she's
she hasn't started freshman year yet.
pero she's technically in the freshman year.
Yeah, she
Hindi lang
is.
siya nakapag-start kasi
Yeah.
nag-coma na siya.
So yung
So,
brain niya, it's still kind of like in the middle school part kasi
mm,
yun yung buhay siya.
yep.
Yun yung na-experience niya. Anyway, Kotomi. So, basically, Kotomi's parents died after they went to like some kind of like research thing, right? Some kind
Mm,
of business thing because both her parents are scientists. And I just remember when we were having flashbacks, na
mm.
ano ako dun sa ano, yung acquaintance ng parents niya.
Yung nagkaroon ng misunderstanding yung way ng speaking niya to a
Yeah,
child na
yeah,
yung hinahanap and stuff.
yeah.
Mm.
And it just bothered me na that's a kid who just lost both her parents and you're worried about the research paper.
Pero 'di
Mhm.
ba it was revealed na it wasn't just like the research papers na hinahanap niya, yung actual na parang iniwan nila for Kotomi, yung hinahanap niya talaga.
Mm. I think I
Pero
forgot that detail, yeah.
yeah, pero obviously for a traumatic
Yeah.
for a traumatized child, she wouldn't really see the difference because
And
she
like
would
he's
think
the
na research.
adult. He should be
Mm.
able to just search it himself. Like why ask a literal traumatized kid like are the papers? Where is this? Where is that? I'm like how the fuck would the kid know? The kid wouldn't know.
Didn't really handle that well.
Yeah. Yeah. But I felt really sad for Kotomi. I feel like out of all the girls and like their backstories, I feel like Kotomi has like the most tragic. Apart from
Mm.
Fuko, because she's literally in a coma. But yeah, I think Kotomi is like the most tragic. She's literally orphaned.
Let
So
Fuko be
young.
komatay.
Ang
Pero
heartless
yeah,
mo talaga kay Fuko.
I do agree na Kotomi is the most traumatized.
But I just want to go back to sa minention ko kanina when we were complaining about Nagisa's presence in the whole season. Yung nabanggit ko na I wish we also got a big gesture for Nagisa, like how Tomoya had a big gesture for Kotomi.
Mm.
Mm.
When he fixed up her garden,
Yeah.
he literally waited for her to come out of her room, to even peek out the window, like he's just always there. Hindi na siya pumapasok ng school.
Yeah.
Like he would go home, shower, go back to the garden, and then tend to the garden, and then the girls
Mm.
will just bring him food.
Mm.
Alam mo yon? Like I wish not to para reduce that scene for Kotomi, but I just wish we kind of had the same level of interaction for Nagisa.
They do the maximum for the other girls and the bare minimum for Nagisa.
Yes.
And yet we're eating it up. Did you notice?
Because we're deprived. That's
That's
the
why we hyper
problem.
focus on it.
Yeah, because we're deprived. If they didn't deprive us, maybe that's their strategy then.
Deprivation.
Yeah.
This is such an abusive relationship.
I don't like this relationship at all. Who's
But
the
yeah,
production company for Clannad? I'm not
I'm not
sure.
sure.
Yeah. Anyways, not important. I don't want to be in a relationship with them anyway. So
Kyoto animation.
Kyo.
Ah,
Oh.
oh my god, Kyoto animation?
It's
um. My apologies for what I just said.
We
I
didn't
l-
mean it.
I love your anime so much. I'm so sorry.
Wait, Kyoto,
Kyo-ani-sama. I'm so
Kyo,
sorry.
Kyoto anime yung ano, diba? Yung nasunugan, tama ba?
Yeah. Kyo-ani-sama. I actually love your anime. I'm so sorry.
We didn't mean it.
Let's
I
move
knew,
on, please.
I knew there's gonna be an explosive reaction when I say it.
Uh, this is why I didn't want to search it.
And I did it anyway. Anyway, yes, Kotomi, very sad, very tragic. What else can we say?
Mhm.
Pero I think Kotomi's arc was the heaviest, but at the same time, it was a bit confusing. I feel
Mhm.
like Clannad is heavy,
Mm-hmm.
pero medyo, kasi especially after Fuko and that ridiculous wedding, parang bigla na lang, ewan ko, parang bigla tayong binatuhan ng,
Mabigat.
oo, ng mabigat. Parang, wait lang.
And
Hindi ako
di ba
ready.
sa arc ni Kotomi nila unang nabanggit yung multiple worlds?
Yeah, I think that's the
Tama
research
ba? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
ng parents niya.
And I feel like we were so confused, we kind of glossed over that.
Yeah.
To
Like,
be honest, midway the anime, I was like, when we realized or when we searched that it's from a video game, I gave up. I'm like, okay, this is happening. Okay, we're tackling something heavy. And then the
oh
next thing,
no.
it's comedy. Okay.
I feel like the story is a bit over the place. Like I don't have anything against shows that are parang nagmo-mood swing siya lagi. I'm
Yeah,
Mm,
fine with that if done
yeah.
properly. Pero for Clannad, I feel like the story was just so over the place na it
All over
just
the
got,
place.
what was I saying?
over
Over
the
the
place.
place.
I
You said it twice.
I feel like parang na-confuse na, yung parang nakaka-confusing na siya. And I get it, it's from a video game, it's an adaptation and stuff, but like, I feel like they could have done that better,
Mm,
yung execution ng entire story. Kasi I feel like we're just jumping from one girl to another,
Yeah.
and parang tapos ang dami nangyayari. As I've mentioned
Yes.
kanina, parang they're trying to make or like create, they're trying to tackle different genres at the same time
Yeah.
mm,
na hindi mo na alam kung saan ka ba magfo-focus on it.
I agree. And since we were already like so confused, no Kotomi arc, and we were like googling and shit in the middle, na we didn't really understand the lore. Kasi nandun yung lore drop eh.
mm,
It's in her arc, pero like it didn't really catch her attention because of her
mhm.
confusion. So I really wish, I agree with you na I wish they did the execution of the story a bit better. para
Mm-hmm.
mas madaling nag-grasp yung lore.
Mm.
Yeah. And there's a lot of animes that came from video games, but they
Mhm.
did the storytelling a lot better than Clannad.
Toradora is a video game,
Ah, yeah.
right? And it's fine.
Mm.
And technically, di ba harem din siya?
Toradora's a manga.
There's a game.
Maybe the game was adapted from the manga, but I'm pretty
Oh,
sure
that's what
it
I don't.
was.
That's what I don't know. Yeah,
I'm
I'm not sure.
googling animes that came from video games, and there's a lot.
And I think they're all good naman, in a
Yeah.
way. Pero there are some like video
It's
games
just
na.
this talaga, like Clannad. Like I was really sad. I think it became clear after watching the season, right?
Mm.
There are some video games na pangit talaga siyang i-adapt.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Pero Clannad is also one of them.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
think
Toradora
okay lang yung
is
plot ng Clannad to become an anime. It's the way they executed the storytelling. Parang nilagay nila lahat ng routes in the anime.
parang they couldn't decide, and it's really weird kasi they've already made it na Nagis is the main girl, but it didn't
Mm.
feel like it because they wanted to put the essence of the game, which is the routes and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Pero ang pangit nung pagkaka-combine nila
Piece together.
nung
Pagkaka-piece together.
ng piece
Yes,
together ng routes nila.
I agree.
Toradora is a light novel at first,
Mm.
Okay.
and then it had a manga, and then it had a game.
Okay. Okay. So I guess that's why it's like, it made
It's
more
still good.
sense.
Yeah.
It made more sense that way.
Mm.
Okay. Do we have anything else to say?
Mm.
No, I think for Kotomi specifically, I've mentioned I don't have notes for
Same.
Kotomi. I really
I
don't
just
have
remember
anything.
confusion during that
Yeah,
arc.
Yeah.
me too.
Yeah. So just for the listeners, okay, then just be gentle with us. We were genuinely confused when we were watching the anime. Kaya all over the place or over the place din yung ano na, yung thoughts namin.
Okay, in our defense, if we ask you guys right here, right now, without rewatching Clannad, like
Without
every
rereading, without looking it up.
yeah, like tell us every single detail of the f-
The
mountain of arcs that
sequence.
they have.
The sequence.
They had so many arcs as
Like,
well.
dude, when I was making our discussion guide, I had to Google for like a list of episodes just to remind me. Because
Yeah, I
I
see
was
the
so
link.
confused.
Yeah,
Yes,
me
I
too.
put the link there. Like I was so confused with like the sequence of events, with what happened, ano yung lore, ano yung point nung arc. Kasi it was so confusing and I remember just being so frustrated while we were watching.
I
And it
think
made me
we
sad. Kasi I really liked Clannad, I remember when I was young.
I think we did a lot of like googling in the middle
Yeah.
of Clannad.
Yeah.
Er,
Just to
we
understand what the fuck's going on.
yeah, and we kind of like alam ko tagal natin pinanood yung Clannad. So you had to take pauses and stuff.
Yeah. Kasi
That's how
basically,
frustrated we were.
yeah. So forgive us if we don't have much to say or like if all we have are complaints. Because even while we were watching, we all had complaints.
We're not saying Clannad is overall bad. It's
Yes, no, no,
just the
no.
way they executed it.
Like I can still say na Clannad is still like one of my favorites, especially when I was younger. But we can't deny the flaws.
Mm-mm.
I think
Anyway,
Clannad has the potential,
yeah.
and that's
I
what's
wish
sad
they
about
make a
it.
remake.
Oh,
Yeah,
please.
I think if they made a remake for Clannad, I think it would be better. Like Fruits
Yeah.
Basket.
Hmm.
Oh, really? They did a remake for that?
Yeah.
Yeah, the 2019 anime.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah.
I've
Although
never
they
seen it.
do have like different saves for that as well. I
Yeah.
think it's because, and don't quote me on this, I think it's because the mangaka didn't really like the first
First.
adaptation.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Mm-hmm.
so they wanted to like make it anew and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And if
Okay.
Clannad did get a remake, I still would have wanted them to have the same saves.
I
Mm-hmm.
think the
Pero I
seiyus are fine,
pero I
to be honest.
understand if they don't get the
Yeah.
same seiyus, but I would prefer if they
Yeah.
do.
I do hope na if they change the seiyus, hindi masyadong noticeable
It's still
in
like the same.
difference.
Yeah.
Like, not necessarily the same, because like no two voices are exactly the same. But
Pero similar.
yeah, like similar enough. Alam mo yun? Na I can delude myself na it's the same. It's the same seiyus.
Mm.
Or
But
just have Nakamura voice. Okazaki again. He's still
just get him
active.
again.
Get him on.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, like the seiyus in Clannad are fairly like they they're still very much active, and they're pretty young in a sense. Like, so I don't think it's not impossible to have them on board again. If
Mm.
they
Yeah.
do,
And like
yeah.
Clannad is still well liked. It's a
Yeah.
really
Mm,
good anime. So like I would hope na the seiyuu still would still want to like work on it if they do make a remake. But
mm.
I really hope they make a remake. Even yung ano. Honestly, even after story. Just make a remake.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind it. Anyway, so that's it for this episode. We will continue talking about Clanad on the next episode. We still have a few people within the harem that we haven't
Because
talked
there's
about.
so many of them.
Yes. And we will also be tackling the lore a little bit on the next episode. So,
We're not even trying to milk this out. Like, there's literally so many
yeah,
characters.
there's so many, and we're limited on time. So, we really have to cut it. So, anyway, so that's it for Clanad for now. Tune in next week for the next part.
So this has been Side.
Track.
I hope you learn to like this place. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Sobrang Ma'am Charo ng ano.
Kaya nga nagulat ako eh.
End.
Wait, really?
The way you said goodbye.
Isa pa. Sige, ulitin natin.
Okay na yan.
Okay
Is
na
there
yan.
recording?
Okay
Yan,
na yan.
yan.
No. Okay na yan.
It's fine. I we like it. Don't
Yeah.
worry.
Okay.
Plus, mauubusan pa
Katapanan niyo
naman
ako
tayo.
eh.